day. We've got 65 degrees, not bad at all. 65 here at the studios of News Radio 1013, 1420 AM KWN, and of course KWN TV. At 9:38, it's the Newsmaker segment. We welcome Trenton City Mayor Alex Case to the studio here this morning. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, Evan. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. We normally talk county government / city government. That's what we do on Thursdays. We thank you for coming in. I know you got a lot to talk about.
Yep.
A lot of folks since the announcement last week about Tractor Supply, we're still getting a lot of comments about it.
Yeah, we are. I'm very excited about it. I spoke with the developer yesterday. They have submitted plans about a week ago. Soil erosion for the Department of EPD to get approved. That was approved, and also their full construction plans. So we'll be issuing permits for the construction Monday for them to get finished up. They're still finalizing everything with Tractor. They've got a demo crew ready. They've got the crew that's going to do the dirt work and building of the pad and stuff like that. They are using one local, and I do have an out-of-town coming in for the other. So, I'm glad they're working with us, and we're giving all the names the local contractors to use what we can local. Everything we hope to as well. So that's one of the things that we negotiated, and and the contractors that do go, we've talked to them and told them what's coming. You're going to have to bid on it, and that's what they're doing, looking for the project. So the biggest hurdle, he told me yesterday, was the current tenant getting out. And like I said, they've tried to offer some things, and they are going to expand their business. The salvage, Handyman Salvage, is expanding their services down to the old Clark Lumber
Right,
facility.
He's had that location.
Yeah.
They've had basically dual locations for almost the whole time that they've been here.
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
and he's building another building.
Yeah, he built addition on to the covered shed, I think, that was there that the Clarks had built years ago, and he had a ton of stuff under it, and then he's built another thing, poured a pad, got walls up, and so they're working as quick as they can, and I think the contracting group that's building this, or the developer, is working with him, so they understand. They're not trying to be something.
Well, it's good for the community. I mean, not only you got a new business that's going to be coming in, but it doesn't displace any of it. You have to move, but you're getting to keep the existing businesses as
That's
well.
correct. Yeah, I mean, supporting all of them. That's why it was. I know there's things that they both share, but Handyman has got a special, unique thing, and I use them personally a lot, and have for county projects, city projects. We try to keep everything local. That's one of my big pet peeves, is if you can't get it here, then either we can't order it. If it's something we got to have right away, then we go further and go into Metro Chattanooga to try to find that. But to me, keeping supplies and buying here local is a big thing, government-wide as well, for me.
What some of the other things that are going on? I know that you've been dubbed responsible for the COVID-19 CARES Act funding that has been distributed to all the counties in the state.
Yeah, city-wise, we've been we remodeled the front entrance of the lobby. The city hall was wide open when you come in, and one of the big things we've got to do is protect the public to continue to come in, and also protect our employees. As you know, we only have Cindy Robertson and Rosanna Jenkins there, city clerk and their regular court clerk, and they do share both duties ways, but we got to protect them. So we've got that construction going on right now. They're laying floors, so we've got the office closed right now it's a glue-on type floor, so we can't have traffic in there. The ladies are working. We're working remotely from the office. So right now where they're laying, we hope to have a few things we're waiting on, but hopefully that'll be done soon. We're also going to look at remodeling the one of the other things too is the type of chairs and the carpet, getting the stuff off that holds some type of sneezing or coughing. We want hard surfaces. It makes it easier to clean.
When we get past this pandemic, you can only think, with all of this different things that are been going on, that this should really help for a lot of airborne diseases.
It will. That's one of the things. Besides this, your common flus, your common colds, as you know, a cough or a sneeze inside a public area, it blows millions and millions of particles that we can't see, but only microscopes can. So we're working on that to make sure we don't have return air that can suck into our air system. We're actually putting infrared, or the lights inside the systems to help it, making sure we got good filters that catch stuff like that. So we're doing that citywide and countywide. As a EMA director and coming in under that grant, I've been really involved with both city clerks and our 2 county clerks. Actually all, even Carrie has helped us a lot, quite a bit. It takes us all to do it, but the same thing's going to be happening in the Superior Court Clerk's office, the security checkpoint into the court's facility, the probate office at the court's facility, and the magistrate office at the court's facility. When you go into their offices, you are going into a small waiting room. It'll be like a teller line top option with a glass, a speaker hole, and an area to pass stuff through. So we work with each of the constitutional officers and come up with a plan. And when we received the first round of CARES Act funding that was approved on the county and city side, we let those POs loose to get that stuff going.
Were you amazed when you got the dollar figure?
I was. I mean, we have to follow our procurement process, and one of the problems was getting people to bid it. Construction is booming right now, and a lot of contractors don't want to look at small stuff like this. Excuse me. So it's really tough to get some folks. We did have 3 bids at the city on that work. One decided he couldn't do it; he's too busy, and we went with the one that we felt was the best. And he's also priced the work, and also the county administration building inside the county commissioner's office. We're going to do the same thing in there. It kind of looked like if you go in and pay your tags at Jane Moreland's and the tax commissioners, it'd be like that, just a little bit smaller. It'd be the same look of the wood and the countertops, and we're just trying to keep it the same nice look in there as well. So, but yes, the costs are there, but we've also got electrical cost and moving, lighting to change, reflective ceiling, and HVAC work that's got to be done as well to make this work. So we're just doing steps at a time, and that's what this is retroing our facilities to protect the public and to protect employees of the county and city.
And I know you mentioned Carrie just one while ago. She is, every time she's come on, she's talked about the census, and it's extremely important.
Oh yes.
And the census is going on, but it's going to be wrapping up soon.
It's wrapping up at the end of, I believe, this month. That it was extended. It was pushed to October, but now it's coming back. Current totals as Dade County is 52.6%. I've said this, I think, at our last week's meeting at our regular 3 o'clock, and I guess up here, these numbers are very important to us. CARES Act funding is how they funded the Dade County and the city of Trenton based on our population. So the county's first round was $731,000. If we stay at this current percent, you take half of our population, I think it was 13 something based on the unincorporated, we'd receive half that funding to fix some of those projects. So that's how important it is. And then, we were just talking about the comments that is on your Facebook from Tractor Supply, and people talking about these other folks wanting to come in. We've heard the Captain D's, the Fish Place, the Walmart's come up.
Well, we know, and Mayor, I know you're well aware, but we know that there was a franchisee owner that has Captain D's franchises.
Yep.
And this has been a couple of years back, but they wanted to build here. They found land, they secured the land, but were turned down by the national franchisors because they have guidelines.
They do.
And they know what makes a franchise work across the country.
That's correct.
And they say, okay, you got to have 20,000 cars to go in front of this business if you're going to open it here,
Yep.
and you've only got 16,000. You don't meet the requirements.
That's right.
And they, even though they're a franchisor in good standing,
Yep.
they won't give them a franchise because they know that it's not big enough to work.
Well, we solicit as well our neighbors, as I mentioned, DeKalb and Jackson County, that comes to our city and county to buy supplies, and then also our I-59 traffic that's just passing through from either Nashville or Knoxville, Chattanooga to Birmingham. And then another big thing is our visitors to the state park.
Oh yeah.
They come in either from the east and west side, and I know when I travel, I look and see what's in the area I'm at and where I may can go. You know, we solicited that hard to Walgreens because of the Fred's building. They, you know, we got in their site, we looked, we called. They're looking for existing buildings that had a drive-through and a pharmacy. Hey, we got a new one. You know, so we work with them, work with the developer of that property to try to. It didn't meet their criteria. So
You know, and a lot of these companies have these. They have the minimums that
They
they
do.
have to have based on their tradition of having a successful building.
Yeah, that's correct.
Plan for their organization, and it always goes down to population.
it does, you know, and it's one of those things I beat my head up a lot thinking about when people, well, why we can't get this, or the government's not working. And, you know, we are in the background, and there's just things we can't publicly come out and say, just
Well,
like Tractor
you know, in the real
Supply.
estate business, they say location, location, location. It's
Yeah.
really population, population,
Yeah,
population.
for us, yeah. And, you know, and we try to capture this and keep that. You know, Tractor Supply will be a big deal for us in the future. They'll see that one's here. You know, they may be able to offer retail population that's coming into their facility there, you know. And census, please go online. 10 questions, 3 minutes, and you're done. We got till the end of this month. I mean, we're already here to 10th of the month, so we got the last bit of the month to get this in. I'm really worried. I'm worried nationwide. It's just not us. I'm seeing it through Georgia Municipal Association, the regional commission that we're part of, and Georgia Municipal Association that and ACCG. That hey, it's not just us. It's everywhere. So please take some time for this.
The Alliance for Dade, you participated in a ribbon cutting for the new Dade County Chamber of Commerce rebirth yesterday on the courthouse square, and I think it's a great location to have a welcome center. Of course, the square is the face of our county and our
Yep.
city, and
Yep.
it's just a good location.
It is, and it's wonderful. Those folks are ready to go, and they got a lot of people ready to invest. And you know, the one thing that we mentioned yesterday, the meeting before the ribbon cutting, that they had a little breakfast there, is that we all have the same focus and we all stay on the same sheet of music. For us as well, looking for retail businesses to come in, if they call and get support from the chamber and Alliance, you know, we all know what to do. We know how to flow that information. I've been really impressed with their meetings they're giving us, the updates they're giving us at our commission meetings, and the financials that they return back to our city clerk, Miss Jenkins, because that DCA regulations on our hotel motel funds for funding the RVIC for the city of Trenton, and also as the chamber, as a DMO, a designated marketing place, that's what that money's designed to do. And they are on top of it, ready to go, and we're be a partner with them to help with that, and we plan to continue to support them. But I was really pleased with their focus and the people's drive on all that.
Is there anything else that may be going on that you want to make sure that
Updates. Our city commission meeting is this Monday night, 6 o'clock. We'll be having our third and final public hearing about the millage rate and the 21 budget. After that, we'll go into work session. That starts at 6 p.m. at Trenton City Hall. We should have a good bit of the remodel safe for folks to come in. We're working hard this rest this week and weekend to finish that up to a point. County.
Now to add to that, Mayor, you're leaving the millage rate the same. So basically, if you had no change in your property value, you'll see no change in your taxes.
That's correct.
But if you built and you're a new property owner, or if you've added on and your appraisal went up,
Yep.
then you're going to see you're accepting the growth.
We're accepting the growth, which is a 0.00598% increase, which could be, if you had a estimate for what you paid last year for $100,000 and it went up, $100,000 home, and it was a new $100,000 home, that difference between what I paid last year and the new $100,000 home be $4, $2 to $4, somewhere right in that range. That's, you know, I mentioned mine went up, but mine went up in the area because of sale of homes. There was 2 new homes built on our street over from us, and when I was asking the assessor's office, that's what it is. When things sell and build in your area, it kind of drives you up a little bit. So That's part of it. You know, we're looking at making sure things, and we had items that did go up within the budget. That's routine for us. It didn't, and we negotiate a lot of that and work on it and keep it as tight as we can. But we're taking the about a $6,000 growth in property taxes within the budget.
You know, and it's very unique and probably doesn't get talked about for this very reason a lot, but it's almost just the opposite from county to city, because the majority of a lot of the money for the operations of the day-to-day county comes from taxes. In the city, you get a lot of money from other places, and the actual property taxes, as I guess if you will, it's significant, but it's also a smaller part.
It is a smaller part. I mean, both city and county have several revenue items, and those items are part of that. Our renting of our civic center, our pool, things like that help keep those departments going.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people, I mean, y'all get TBA in lieu of taxes.
Little taxes,
and things like that.
Yeah, the
franchise. Cities get
Yep.
franchises
Yep.
and stuff.
Yep, and some of the other ones don't. We county don't get that, so yeah, that really helps a lot. But you know, we keep it just as, like I've always said, it's just like writing a check out of my checkbook. I want to make sure it's balanced and there's money in there, and we want to save money, and that's the deal, and we try to do that. And that also bleeds all the way down to the department heads, the commissioners, and each of their department heads, and within there, and the people every day working in there. You know, we've got some sewer rates too that we're working with, that we're going to be proposing. Where something we brought up last year, and we're starting to see more of that come in. That we are really, really low for some of our rates when we get into our over 3 and 4, 5, 6,000 gallons of sewer. It's what it costs us to treat, and we're not.
And a lot of people don't realize the infrastructure is, you're getting back to growth, the infrastructure is so important.
It is.
For industry and large retail, they've got to have a certain amount of infrastructure, and you got to be able to provide it.
And we got to be prepared if somebody comes in and wants that infrastructure. Our goal was our extended range plan. You know, we want to plan for the next 50 plus years for our sewer system, just like, you know, we encourage with our water system. I feel producing our own water and treating our own water is cheaper than trying to go to these regional places. Everybody that's regional is wishing they hadn't done it. I know Walker County is looking at revitalizing their sewer system to start pumping everything back south down 27 to a system because of what it's costing to go into the Moxcan Bend system.
Which we have access to if we need.
We do, and part of the north end is that through the Water and Sewer Authority. I think from 299, there is a bore under the interstate, and all those places along 299 come back across 11. There's a pump station there on Belk Road, and then it pumps into Walhatchee Pike. And you know, there was things when that big Wildwood Farms was coming in, is that the pumps that we have to pump to Walhatchee Pike and Walhatchee and all the Tiftonah area back to Moxcan Bend wasn't big enough for certain gallons. We're limited what we can grow, because they also have to take in effect the Tiftonah area of its growth and stuff. So if we have a major thing that has to go into that, we've got to prepare, and that impact fee would be towards us to pay them to update their pumps and lines and sizes. So, you know, sewer wise, we've got an engineering company we've been working with for almost 2 years now, probably closer to 3, and you know, looking at the future. And our goal is to we've got about halfway through our plan, and we're going to probably be looking at some long-term loans to USDA to upgrade our system. There's newer, better
the system's
technology.
Been since the early 70s anyway,
Well,
last upgrade, right?
Well, no, it was early 90s. It was late 80s, 90s. I was just graduating high school when that happened, and right now the director, Dwayne Moore, was there since that plant was built. The other one that's below that, the old plant, where our current animal shelter is probably back then. And there's things that we can update to the current facility to make it better and run more efficiently.
Mayor,
so that's what we're looking at.
I hate to cut short. I've got about 2 minutes here, and just give us your phone number and how we can get in touch with you. And Monday night is your next meeting.
Monday night, yep. It's Alex Case, Mayor, City of Trenton. It's 423-718-2111. Again, you can reach me also by email at Joseph A. Case at TrentonGA.gov, or you can contact City Hall at 706-657-41 6-7.
All right. Well, thank you, Mayor. And I know you're a Braves fan. They scored 29 runs last night.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
That's something.
We got the Braves update here, and we appreciate you coming in, Mayor.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Evan.